Hello and welcome to the Monsters, Myths, and Mayhem podcast. Silver tried to trick me and catch me acting stupid and sounding dumb first thing, but I caught him. It's not chaotic, but it is, once again, Ruby. Silver, would you like to explain yourself why you tried to catch me sounding dumber than a box of rocks?
Kaotic was busy this week, so I grabbed my sister. Do a quick change of plans. So today, we are not covering the Minotaur. That will be next week.
Stop it! I don't know what I'm doing now. Oh man, I'm going in blind.
We're going back to the state of Ohio.
I'm not mentally prepared for this one.
I'm talking about some frogs, some amphibians.
Oh no. You did this to me on purpose, because you know I'm absolutely petrified of frogs and toads.
Maybe.
Oh, god damn it.
A lot of people think that frogs are reptiles, but in fact, they are not.
I just find them scary and creepy, and I see them and I go, nope, and go the other way.
Is it their big mouths or their chirping?
I don't know. I mean, I will gladly appreciate them from a distance, but if you were to, like, come at me, like, here, hold this frog or hold this toad, I immediately will start cold sweating, panicking, and just cry.
Now I need to find some tree frogs around here.
Please don't. I mean, they're cute to look at and everything, but it's something about them that gives me the willies. Like, no thanks.
So you'll really hate this monster, as it is the Loveland Frogman.
You said I was near Loveland yesterday.
Yeah, where exactly did you go? You were near Cincinnati, right?
I was in Cincinnati at one point, yes.
Loveland is just outside of Cincinnati.
No.
So you would have had a chance to run into these guys if you went down by the Miami River.
Yeah, okay, so it's like south of Mason. Yeah, I was 100% near. I mean, not full near it, but I was in that area.
So do you know what the Loveland Frogmen are?
Clearly creepy frogs, I guess. Are they the swamp people?
They're giant humanoid frog people. And by giant, I mean giant in frog standards, which is about your size.
God damn, why you gotta pull my size? I'm 5
They're
foot.
roughly about 4 foot. Oh.
Shut up! I'm 5 foot, thank you very much.
Well, these guys might be 5 foot if they held their magic wands over top of their head.
What? Why do they have magic wands?
No one knows.
Oh, man.
What they look like are... they're about 4 foot tall, roughly. And they have big froggy heads. They're asymmetrical. Do you know what them being asymmetrical means?
Asymmetrical?
Yes.
They look odd. They're not like symmetrical's like round.
If you took a piece of paper and put it on the center of their face, they would look different on each side.
Oh, hell no.
Just like humans are symmetrical because they got ears and eyes. These guys got them, but they're indifferent.
In spots?
Yeah.
So it's like Vincent van Gogh, like abstract.
Kinda. Man. Asymmetrical. They might have a bigger arm, one bigger leg.
Me. 100%.
They might have one bigger eye than the other.
Me. 100%. I'm just kidding, I don't.
As the name suggests, the Loveland Frogmen are natives of Loveland, Ohio.
I just keep picturing like a big walking frog the size of me, and just, man, I probably would die. I thought koalas scared the shit out of me. No, this is absolutely petrifying for me. I'm very uncomfortable.
We'll definitely have to have you on for the Drop Bear episode.
Stop! Go, I quit.
So the Loveland Frogman is a cryptid as well.
Okay.
In the terms of mythology cryptid.
Yeah.
It has been spotted a few times in Ohio, the most recent time being 2016.
That's too soon for my liking.
But the first sighting, supposedly, was back in 1955.
Okay, everything takes place back in like old times. Not like old times, but like God, how many years ago is that? Almost like 70? I can't math right now. My brain's still mush.
69 years ago.
So I was close.
Yep.
I was really close. High five, Ruby.
So this first sighting, there's a couple different ways people have put it that I heard.
Yeah.
So it was back in Claremont County, along the Miami River, back in
Mm-hmm.
1955.
Mm-hmm.
A salesman and or a restaurant worker, was coming home at either midnight or 3:30 in the morning, where he seen three mysterious figures perched on the side of the road in like a
Mm.
triangle pattern, as three people usually stand.
Yeah.
And he just stopped the car, looked, and was wondering when he recognized one of them was kind of frog shaped. And they noticed that they're all kind of frog shaped. Described them as about 3 to 4 foot tall piece. They were erect on their hind legs.
No, 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 no. Don't tell me that.
They had leathery skin,
I'm so uncomfortable.
and in some versions, they look like they're wearing like parachute pants, where their legs were wrinkly like parachute pants. When one of them pulled out a cylindrical rod and was waving it above his head, and sparks were flying out of either end, or just one end.
I could picture this now and I could cry. I literally have a tear forming in my eyes that I can't. Like I have been with you guys doing podcasts, and this is the one that actually makes me uncomfortable because frogs scare the bejesus out of me, and they did nothing wrong to me. It's just that unnatural, uncoherent fear that I have of just like I can watch them from afar, but if you come at me, like I said, I'm out. I am like out.
And then the one with the wand put it back on his ankle, like he had a holster there, perhaps, or. And then they all turned to look at him,
No.
which in case he drove off rather quickly. The reporter of this sighting did not want to be named, so there is no name with this sighting. But
Yeah.
this is said to be the first sighting of the Loveland Frogman.
God. They can keep it down there. Can you imagine?
I would kind of want to go say hi to them.
You want to say hi to them?
Yeah.
Why? Why on earth would you want to go say hi to them?
Because they're big frog people.
God, no. You know what?
I want to know what the wand is.
Listen, the only part that I want to know why they're carrying some heat. I want to know what the wand does.
Could have been a signal flare, or maybe I doubt it was a weapon. Could have been.
Maybe it tracks like how you said a signal flare, how like oh my god, we're gonna bring it in. How moths go to a light, the light that the wand is like a light, and it tracks the bugs.
So you're thinking that the frogs are using this wand as a flashlight in order to attract bugs to them?
To eat, yes.
I mean, it's an option. I've never heard that one before, but
Plot twist, Mothman and Frogman hate each other. Because it was around that time, too.
when was Mothman again?
Like 1957?
Might be why they disappeared for a while. Because the next reported sighting wasn't until Oh, and this guy, his sightings were around early spring. That's when the 3 wizard frogs uh, were sighted.
No, don't make it a wizard. It's Ron, Harry, and Hermione right there.
I was gonna make a "you're a wizard" joke. You're a wizard, Froggy.
You're a wizard, Froggy.
I wonder if
No.
they actually got a name for the frogman.
Like an actual name, like Kevin.
Yeah, you're a
Oh,
wizard,
Jesus.
Froppy,
You're a wizard, Froppy.
like from My Hero, the Frog Hero.
Mm. Or the frog from Shrek, like Prince Charming. Like the frog
Ugh.
prince. Oh my god, what if they're the frog prince? Oh my god.
Where do you think the Frog Prince stories came from?
Shut up! I am.
Frog princes were just big frogmen.
Mm.
Maybe that's the story behind the
It
frogmen.
just makes me uncomfortable.
That's how Disney got the.
Stop. Like the princess and the frog.
Yeah,
Oh my god. Okay, but the difference is with that is he was actually frog size. He just talked like us.
yeah.
Prince
These guys were
Naveen,
frog shaped, but they were larger.
they were literally frogs, but they were our size. I can't. I ain't kissing no frogs to turn them back into humans. You will stay a frog forever.
I think
Absolutely
there was
not.
actually. I think there was actually a frog that is actually 4 foot.
Stop. Like an actual like frog, like the ribbit frog in like animal form life. That's not going to talk and say, "Hey, how you doing?"
Yeah, it was. I think.
The Goliath frog is the world's largest. Absolutely not. You
That's the
cannot
current one, right?
pay me enough. No frog should ever. No frog should ever be that size. Like I said, I mean,
The Goliath frog is what, like 16 inches, I think?
I just want to cry. I'm very uncomfortable.
Please pause.
Insert music now.
Unpause.
So what did we learn?
Supposedly one of the largest one is the Beelzebufo, which is about the size of a cat. So not 4 foot.
I have that it was these beach ball size amphibians, now extinct, grew to 16 inches in length and weighed about 10 pounds. They inhabited the islands of Madagascar during the late, I can't even say that word, about 65 to 70 million years ago.
Yeah, and the Goliath frog only goes up to 12. There's still some stout boys.
They're so big frog boys. I can't. God, no. Like this, there's a picture of a child like stretching one out, and
Of course, they race them. Haven't you ever watched the Goliath frog races?
no, because I don't like frogs.
Yeah, true.
I will gladly hear the winner of it, but I will not.
Continuing on with our lovely cryptid here. The next sighting from 1955 wasn't until around 1972, where it was spotted by none less than police officers. It was spotted by 2 police officers. One of them has recanted his story and said that he made it all up, but the other one said it wasn't made up. So I won't be naming these police officers because they did not wish. At least the one that recanted his story did not wish to be named any further.
We respect that.
So, but his tale included that back then, 1972, along the Miami River, Little Miami River, he found a creature scurry across the road in front of his vehicle. The headlights fully illuminated it, but he could tell it was about 3 to 4 feet tall, maybe between 50 and 75 pounds, with the leathery skin. He's seen it crouch like a frog, and then stood up on its hind legs and proceed to climb over guardrails, run towards the river.
I was hoping you would say that it did run away from him, because if it said ran towards the person, I'm out.
No, they all kind of seemed kind of timid.
As they should be.
2 weeks later is when the second sighting from the police officers, his partner seen him. This police officer also seen him crouched along the side of a roadway along the same stretch of road, and This time, the officer got out of his car
No.
and approached the creature.
No.
When the creature suddenly jumped up and sprung and ran towards the river away from him, and the police officer opened fired.
Jesus. Can you
As
imagine
police officers,
Can you imagine the frog legs on that thing?
you could, because supposedly the officer recovered the body and he put it in his trunk.
That was for a joke. Oh my god. So that's how big old barbecue there, kids. Okay, open fired, put it in his trunk.
Well, there's a couple different ways I heard this story go. Either he shot it and it ran away and he didn't know what happened to it, or he shot it, picked it up, put it in his trunk, and he showed everybody what it was. And they said, yeah, that was the frogman he seen. Well, it turned out to be a 3 to 3.5 foot long iguana.
I'm sorry, what?
Turned out to be an iguana that was missing its tail.
We have iguanas in Ohio?
No.
Okay, but we have...
And this was also in March. And iguanas are, cold-blooded. So how would iguanas be around in March?
I don't know. Down in Gallipolis, there are like lizards in a tree. I have seen the lizards.
What are the lizards?
They were lizards.
What type of lizard?
I don't know. It was a lizard. They did not have chipmunks down there at the property, but there were lizards. Anyway, carry on. Sorry. I can't.
And most iguanas are 90% tail. So if you can imagine a 3-foot iguana without its tail, it'd probably have like a super long tail.
Yeah.
It was speculated that if this was the iguana, that it was probably trying to stay alive by the heating pipes, the cooling pipes from the nearest factory for the Totes Boot Factory.
The what factory?
Totes Boot Factory?
Never heard of it.
Well, anyways, yeah, but it still kind of just seems odd that they would have a reptile out in the cold missing its tail, of all things.
There could be like that weird 50 degree or 75 degree weather, because remember it was like 70 this past winter, and then it got negative butthole degrees 2 weeks ago. Because remember, Ohio, especially southern Ohio, where this is located at, as soon as you pass like southern, like Columbus and down is a whole nother climate change.
Yeah, it looks like...
Did you just Google what the weather was at that time?
Yes.
Shut up. Silver!
What?
I can't.
Actually, it was fairly warm during the spring of 1972.
Did I just tell you Ohio weather is weird?
Columbus temperature history. Columbus is close as I'm probably gonna get. It's like 60 degrees. Average. Did get down below 40. So I mean, it's possible, I guess. Anyways, after these sightings of the frogman, which is just a single frogman.
Yeah.
Remember, there was originally 3.
Oh no, I forgot there were 3 more of them. I don't want to. Oh.
So whether the frogmen we don't know their genders.
God damn it.
So if they at least had one mating pair out of the 3.
A mom, dad, and child.
Yeah.
God, no.
If they were actually bred like frogs, maybe they have to grow up into
tadpoles.
Yeah.
That's a big fish thing. Can you? No. Back
maybe
up
they
that
stayed
train.
Small.
Just I can't.
Maybe the frogmen are the 4th stage of the frog's metamorphosis. I think metamorphosis is the right word. It's when they go from tadpoles to in between the frogs and toads.
I'm very uncomfortable
The
thinking
next
about
stage
this.
from toads is frogmen.
Mm-mm. Can you imagine
Then,
that?
but then from 1972, we move on to the next sighting, which is the newest one, which is 2016.
Mm.
There's an event going on in 2016. It took over the world.
I graduated from high school.
Uh huh. Do you remember what the big event was when you
Oh,
graduated high school?
fuck.
It was a hit sensation.
Give me a hint. It's been almost like 9 years ago.
Our brother and sister in law play it every day.
Volleyball? D&D?
Keep going. It's
Pokemon
not
Go?
any. There
Pokemon.
you go.
No! 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 Hold on. I'm just gonna guess. Some Pokemon Go player was out there at night doing their little battle-y thingies that they do. It's been a hot minute since I've played this. Give me a break. And they're doing their little battle capturing thing. And let me guess, they saw a frogman running down the street, hip hopping around with their magic wand strapped to their ankle, carrying hot. Oh, I can't. This.
You know how accurate you were on that?
None.
Pretty close.
Shut up.
Because
Oh,
in
God.
2016,
I'm so uncomfortable.
the frogman showed his face again, supposedly. That in Sam Jacobs
I want to go home.
was playing Pokemon Go in mid-August near the synagogue on Loveland Madeira Road. And just as he crossed some train tracks near Lake Isabella, he spotted something strange.
Of course you did.
A huge frog floating out in the water. It wasn't Politoed. It wasn't Bulbasaur. It wasn't Poliwhirl or Poliwrath or Greninja. There's a lot of Pokemon. I could keep naming frog Pokemon.
That's fine. It's okay. I get it.
But it was a crazy giant frog that when he got spotted, it stood up and walked away on its hind legs.
I'm out. Oh, Skinwalker.
Those are a different monster.
I'm so uncomfortable. I can't. Quit.
You know what's even better?
Stop.
In this year,
There's nothing better that can come from this, Silver.
in the year of 2016,
Oh, fuck.
where he was playing a phone game,
Mm-hmm.
so he had his phone out.
Mm-hmm.
He got photos and video of the frogman.
Are you gonna put this on Discord?
Yes.
Shut up! God.
It was also said later on that the frogman they spotted in 2016,
Mm-hmm.
some guy came out, said that was part of the local college, and said that he made a suit and was just walking around the ponds in the frogman suit.
Nope.
Which seems even weirder.
Yeah, he needs to find a new hobby, my friend.
Unless they were just trying to revitalize the legend.
Absolutely not.
Could have been a city ploy.
Ugh.
Because last year in 2023, the city of Loveland recognized the Loveland Frogman as their city mascot, finally.
No.
Yep. And we'll know what the character's name is?
What?
The Frog Prince.
I fucking quit.
And the Frog Prince is scheduled to appear at city events now.
Absolutely not. I am not going to Loveland. No offense to the city, no offense to the town if you're from there, but like I've been saying this whole podcast, I get the heebie-jeebies, and if they're a big man and a mascot, I'm okay. I'll respect you and cheer you on from a distance.
What if it's a frogman and a frog mascot?
I'm leaving.
They also now even hold a annual Frogman Festival. 2023 was the first one. 2024 is going to be the second annual Frogman Festival.
And it's coming up, too. I just,
Yes.
looked it up.
It's coming up in March.
It's March 2nd.
Yes. At 902 Loveland Miamiville Road in Loveland, Ohio. On March 2nd.
The cryptic in me, is like, oh, yeah, let's go to the Mothman Festival. Let's go to... I want to go. I really do, but I can't. And I already, I already know I don't work that day either.
Yeah. So you got now in Ohio, you got the Bigfoot Festival. You got the Frogman Festival. I'm not sure if they got a festival for Betsy.
I forgot about that one.
Or Bessie.
I forgot about that one.
And I still count Mothman as technically Ohio as well.
Because it comes both sides.
Uh-huh. PA, we share those parenting privileges.
Mm-hmm. PA. Sir.
Isn't Mothman in PA?
No! Oh my god! Mothman is in Point Pleasant, West Virginia.
West Virginia, that's right. West Virginia. We share Mothman parenting privileges.
Disappointed. I'll fight. You disrespect Mothman like that. The Mothman who got some cakes in the back. He's got some butt. Have you seen his statue before? It is great.
Every time you're on, you talk about Mothman butts. We know this. Frickin' Mothman simp.
It's better than the Frogman. Full send.
Yeah, but that's all the kind of information. Would you like to go on the media? Things that had the Frogman in it?
Sure.
So frogmans are kind of a fantasy device as well.
Yeah.
Because there's a D&D 5e race you can play as. That's also a monster called the Grung.
The Grung?
Grung. Grung. They're humanoid frogs. Roughly about that size. Very similar in description to the frogman. Then there is a science fiction mystery novel called The Man from Primrose Lane, which features a version of the Loveland Frogman.
Mm-hmm.
There's podcasts of it, and in 2014, the Loveland Frogman legend was made into a musical. I'll give you 3 chances to guess the name of this musical. What would you name a musical about the Loveland Frogman?
Can I get hints?
Well, it has Loveland Frogman in the title.
Is it for people who are obsessed with it?
I'm not sure. I have not seen this musical. It premiered during the Art Academy of Cincinnati, the Fringe Festival.
I don't know. My luck, it'd be something silly, gosh darn, it's the Loveland Frog, or just because I could picture it in the swampy areas in that part of Ohio.
To tell you, you're close.
Shut up! I'm going home.
You're on the same. It's the same type of theming. So that was one try.
So it's the gosh darn part, or it's the Loveland Frog.
2 words in front of the Loveland Frogman, or Loveland Frog.
So it's something like hot damn or something stupid like that.
That is correct. The title is Hot Damn, it's the Loveland Frog.
I can't. I mentally cannot handle this podcast right now. I'm so distraught.
The Loveland Frogman is also on trading cards. In the MetaZoo trading cards, the cryptid trading.
Yeah, it's also on the cryptic stickers that you gave me too.
Uh-huh.
Which I have a Loveland Frogman sticker, and now my old roommate, who I just went down to see, has a frog sticker too about it. So she asked me, she's like, "What's the frog about?" And I was like, I don't know. And then now we are doing this podcast.
Now you can message her and say it's local to her area.
I have been telling her. Sorry, Lex. Listen, that's a musical me and her can get hyped to the next time we see each other is the hot damn, it's the Loveland Frog.
If you can find it.
Listen, I'll try my best to find it, and then we could both watch it.
Time to move on to Mayhem, because that's all the media I had.
I'm already in mayhem right now, just because of how I'm feeling, but let's go on.
What kind of mayhem would this creature cause?
Absolutely enough in my world.
It'd be more than enough for people who are scared of frogs, but so far these Loveland Frogmans have caused 0 harm and 0 damages. They have actually been the supposed victims of being shot already, so...
I mean, I feel... This is the victim of the bully in school world, but I understand there's no mayhem caused from this just because they're the innocent bystanders. And I feel bad for them. But physically, if I saw one, I would not hurt it just because I know it's a living, breathing creature. I would just walk the other way and cry for the next 12 to 24 hours because I can't. And like I said, they've done nothing wrong to me. I just mentally cannot handle, but they would be unharmed in my world.
So if we put these frogmen in a college setting...
I want to think about it.
Where would you put them?
They're the victims. They are the... God, I can't. They're the kids that always get thrown in the trash cans. They're the college kids that got ran off.
You wouldn't put them on the swim team?
It's fucked. I would put them on the swim team, but I'm on the swim team because I'm really good, but I get bullied.
You want to know why they got bullied? Because they lost their magic wand.
Oh, I forgot all about the magic wand. Maybe the magic wand is like that turns them into like they hit bibbity boppity boo themselves and they make them smaller. So it's like a growth thing, like Mario and the mushrooms.
Could be.
Oh my god.
Maybe it's a chief thing. Only the chief has the magic wand. Maybe they just watched too much Disney.
Hi, I'm Frogman, and you're watching Disney Channel, and they do the little like
Mickey Mouse logo
on the corner. Mickey Mouse logo. Oh no. But yeah, swim team, the victim of getting bullied. The main creature of haunting my nightmares.
I don't think they would cause any like general mayhemy to the public besides scaring people.
Yeah, me. 100%.
I don't know if they eat a lot of bugs or if they'd have to up their diet to small vermin like mice and
rats and
maybe stray cats.
Stop! Leave the cats out of it. Like fish.
Yeah, I can see it, fish. Till those crocodiles start moving up north from Florida.
Shut up. I'm not having that.
Frogman versus Croczilla. Oh, supposedly they could be aliens as well. Is a theory. Because there's a reported alien sighting in Indiana relatively close to the same time.
Okay, but that's Indiana. Indiana's already its own.
It was only a couple 100 miles difference from the two. Well, I guess we'll wrap things up from here.
I'm still very uncomfortable. This podcast is going to haunt my dreams. You tricked me into doing this podcast.
I did not trick you. I just said if you wanted to do one real quick because Kaotic was unavailable.
I mean, I will gladly do one for you, but we talked about the Minotaur. And I was getting ready to pop out some, cow facts. And
Minotaur is next week with Kaotic.
But like I said, I had my game on the cow facts, and I pulled up my cow breeds, and I was ready to pop out some Charlets and Shorthorns and... No, what'd we do? My freaking worst nightmare.
Well, we'll do your
I'm-
worst nightmare this week, and we'll do cows next week.
Why do you gotta do the bad thing first?
Because time zones.
What time zones?
I have no clue. Magic frogs.
Listen, that's probably it. You got a magic... Well, you got tortoises behind you, but that's different still.
Do you want to thank our patrons? Do you want me to?
I will thank our Patreons. We want to thank our Patreons for listening and doing the whole Patreon stuff. Our Patreons are Ruby, Mage, Mondi, and Nuggies.
And if you want to join our Patreon and get shouted out, as well as read Kaotic's first short story that she wrote about us traveling the plains of the Monsterverse through the gates.
It's very nice. 10 out of 10.
You too can become a Patreon at patreon.com/monstersmithsmayhem. We don't have any Kaotic news this week because Kaotic is not here. As for podcast news, keep an eye out on Twitter for the next couple of days for polls being up for our What Should We Cosplay?
You have one up right now.
I have Chaotix up right now. It should last 7 days.
Okay,
I'll post mine tomorrow.
By the time you are hearing this, there should be Chaotix poll up, and then maybe Silver's.
Yes.
And then the poll if Ruby should face her fear on the Loveland Frogman.
Possibly.
No. No.
I'll put that poll at the end of this episode.
Stop!
I'll put it up for a month at the end of this episode.
Not a month!
That'll give you time to figure out by March.
Yeah, face my fears?
Yeah.
God damn it.
Thank you for listening to the Monsters, Myths, and Mayhem podcast. Silver and Chaotic take you into the depths of the lore and discuss how these legends could affect modern day society. You can find us on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, iHeartRadio, or almost any podcast service easiest to you. Dive into the depths of chaos with us every Wednesday, bar Silver and Chaotic not missing their scheduling, like today. And consider joining the podcast Discord and or Twitter, following for more insider looks and even some D&D sessions. If you'd like some extra special inside looks or even want to be a guest on the show, consider helping us via Patreon. Your help makes such a big difference to us both. Until next time, Mythics, you never know what kind of mayhem we might get into. Dun dun dun. All the links will be in the description.